a student. So I would definitely suggest reaching out to the building principal. I'm not sure which building he's in, and Mr. Masha again. But like I said, this is all new to us, and we shouldn't really know and didn't know. But if Mr. Masha brings it to us, that's a different story. But that's building level decisions that we aren't privy to.
Generally, discipline issues don't come to us until they've gotten to like a really advanced level. So we don't get information about particular disciplinary issues.
I'm just concerned because as a child, you know, and you know, he didn't even want to go back to school because he said that his teachers hated him.
I mean, and I'm certain that that is not accurate, but I can understand your concern. I mean, I think we're probably, you know, I would like to know a little bit more information, but I also don't necessarily want to discuss your child particularly or publicly. But I would be happy to try and find out some more information. But I don't talk about one particular student publicly because I don't want to violate your privacy or anyone else's. But I am happy to be made aware of the information.
Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Lance Kessler.
My name is Lance Kessler. I live at 713 Broadford Road, Cornersville. Start off by saying, I know you board members are tired of hearing us parents come up here, keep talking about this mask mandate. But these are our children. They're not your children. They're not the teacher's children. They're not the superintendent, and they're definitely not the government's. At last week's meeting, Mrs. Williams talked to Dr. Flake and told Dr. Flake that she doesn't care about the children. That Dr. Flake worries too much about the children at this school. And she doesn't have the time to spend, and don't say you didn't because it's on video, doesn't have the time to worry about these children. Well, you're elected as a school board member, which means it's children. So I think you need to worry about the children or maybe just resign and find somewhere else to go. Because most of you know, he's already voted to suffocate our children. And all this media blast and all this guys calling us domestic terrorists and all this other stuff. And, you know, you guys vote on all this crap all the time. Just like, you know, in Virginia where they voted on letting a boy say, oh, I'm a girl, go into a girl's bathroom and assault a girl. Then the guy gets thrown out of the school board meeting for trying to say something about it. And now we're all considered domestic terrorists because we worry about the safety of our children. So honestly, it's just a bunch of crap. Another thing is the CRT in our school. And I know Dr. Flake doesn't approve of the CRT training. And I know Mrs. Raymond feels highly about it. But the CRT training, the CRT in school, is just a bunch of crap. It's basically telling my children who are white that they're no good. That they need to bow down and say they're sorry for all this stuff that goes on. And that's not going to happen. And then you make the other children feel like they're being like they're stupid or something. It's kind of like what the government's doing right now. And, you know, down in Georgia, telling them, you know, with a photo ID. Apparently, I guess they're too stupid to go get a photo ID. In Seattle, the same thing. They get rid of Halloween in Seattle school. Why they get rid of Halloween? They said that the black people can't afford. That's exactly what was said. That they can't afford costumes.
Sir, your time is up. Thank you.
So basically, that's what that is. No, that's okay.
Tanya Kessler.
Tanya Kessler,
I reside at 713 Broadford Road, Connellsville. I have 2 children who attend this school district. One is an 8th, one is a 9th. My 8th grader played softball for the first time, loved it. My 9th grader did track for the first time. He's also a junior football player and varsity. They love it. Because this is what he enjoys. They also enjoy coming to school to learn and see friends. Why? Because this is what we call normal. Let them be kids by coming to school, going to school dances, and enjoying. Give them the experiences of being a kid and having a social life outside of home. Our children, not yours, our children, aren't out getting into trouble. Also, I want to thank all of you for caring about our children every second, every minute, and hour of the day. And I want to give you a shout out for being cowards, because that's what you all are. There's a no bullying policy in our schools. This policy is not only against classmates to follow, but all of you as well. Threatening them, scaring them with fines, suspensions, being separated, I suppose doesn't fall in bullying category, huh? But it's the staff's job while in school to protect our kids. Once again, being screamed at for not wanting to be muzzled, I assume is your way of protection. My children have been taught to respect and stand up for what they believe in, because it's their right just as well as it is ours. And that's why we're here and we choose to stand up and speak up, and we won't give up. With or without you, we will do what I know is right. Just as well as you do. We both know these muzzles aren't good for us, let alone our children. It's not fair to our children to have a hard time breathing, have breakouts, headaches. But do you care? I'll answer that for you. Absolutely not. Schools are allowed to be taught about race and politics, but not religion. Our children are scared, and the ones at
Sorry, your
fault
time is up.
are you.
Thank you.
And now COVID vaccines in schools? I'll say now that absolutely nobody will test nor vaccinate my children, but flu vaccines aren't mandatory, but has killed thousands, millions. Our children aren't the real concern here. It's money and control. My daughter's American culture teacher, Miss Carlin, told her students in my daughter's class, if Biden wants us to become Islam and we say no, we will die. Yeah.
Your time is up.
Let this be
Thank
optional. You were 7'10" when you got here? Okay, thank you.
Excuse
If
me.
parents want masks, that's fine. If parents don't want masks, that's fine too. Force is an unnecessary way to go. This is no longer about your religion, your gender, the color of your skin, or political affiliations. Right now, it's about control, freedom. Mask, that's fine too. Please,
Ma'am,
people, choose wisely. Wake up, please.
This is Amy Zundel, the
Let our
solicitor.
children have the experiences to
Mr.
tell
I'm
their
asking you
children
to
and
conclude your
grandchildren
comments now.
like we.
Thank you.
Dan Fuller.
Dan Fuller, 49 3rd Avenue, Scottsdale. Michelle, this is for you. How right is it for
Thank
you to
you.
go home after a school board meeting and tell your husband that my daughter
excuse me, this
said
is.
things.
we
No,
do-
you're going to listen.
No, I'm
Because
not.
yes, you are, because I'm going to read what he said. Yeah, you can read that all
I need
you
a
want,
motion
Michelle.
to recess.
You should resign
We are
after
not-
what your husband sent.
We are not, can you please stop the meeting?
Yeah, stop the meeting.
Stop the
It's
meeting.
not right.
I The session.
Second.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you all we were ready. Are you still ready, Dr. Clara? Or any other
No.
citizens? Did anybody call in, Peggy?
No.
Scottsdale Borough use of track and weight
Michelle,
room.
before you start the meeting, I want to call for a point of order about the meeting. May I call for a point of order?
Scottsdale Borough use of track and weight room for police civil service test. Scottsdale Borough use of track and weight room for police civil service test.
The board is asked to grant permission for the Scottsdale Borough to use the high school track and weight room from 9 to 12 on October 23, 2021 for the police civil service test. By granting this request, the board hereby suspends the facility usage procedures outlined in policy 707 for the sole purpose of the October 23rd police civil service test.
I need a motion.
Motion.
Need a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of maintenance worker.
The board is asked to approve Steve Duggar to the position of maintenance worker.
I need a motion.
The motion.
Need a second? Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Polakowski?
Yes.
Mrs. Raymond?
Yes.
Mrs. Rhodes?
Yes.
Mrs. Heather Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Kristen Smith?
Yes.
Dr. Pike? Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Motion carries, 7 yes, 2 absent.
Posting of policy 249, bullying, cyberbullying.
The board is asked to authorize the administration to post a revised policy 249, bullying, cyberbullying, on the district's website for a period of 30 days.
Need a motion? Need a second? Discussion?
Where did this come from? This PSBA?
It's the same policies that we've been using on board docs, yes.
It's from the state, correct?
It's the state, yeah, that's
They say it's
recommended.
the same policy we've been using.
It's the same policy. I believe that the state had required updates that you had to make to them for this 2021 school year.
Same policy. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Raymond?
Yes.
Mrs. Rhodes?
Yes.
Mrs. Heather Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Kristen Smith?
Yes.
Dr. Pike?
Yes.
Polakowski?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Motion carries, 7 yes, 2 absent.
Hiring of K-1 learning support teacher.
The board is asked to approve Jenna Olson as a K-1 learning support teacher at step M1, salary $45,645.
Need a motion?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Rhodes?
Yes.
Mrs. Heather Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Kristen Smith?
Yes.
Dr. Pike? Mr. Polakowski?
Yes.
Mrs. Raymond? Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Motion carries, 7 yes, 2 absent.
Middle school student council advisor.
The board is asked to approve Leanne Richter as middle school student council advisor at a stipend of $1,591.
I'll make a motion.
Need a second? Discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Heather Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Kristen Smith?
Yes.
Dr. Pike?
Yes.
Polakowski?
Yes.
Mrs. Raymond?
Yes.
Mrs. Rhodes?
Yes.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Motion carries, 7 yes, 2 absent.
Send custodial job offer.
The board is asked to rescind the appointment of Brenda Murray, action which occurred on October 7th, 2021, due to her declining the position offered.
A motion? Need a second? Roll call? I'm sorry, discussion?
Why is there a roll call? Is this costing us something?
All those in favor? Aye.
Can I make a motion to table the next hiring of full-time custodian, please?
Need a second. All those in favor? Aye. The discussion portion of our meeting is going to be moved to next week's meeting.
To walk
What about
on.
Hannah?
I'm sorry. I need to, in regards to our resignation.
The board is asked to release Hannah Skurbitz, speech-language pathologist, from her temporary professional position effective November 7th, 2021, pending formal resignation.
I'll second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? We're going to be moving the remainder of our meeting to next week's voting meeting. A motion to adjourn.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye.
And then there's
Opposed?
no citizen comments now?